Hello guys, and welcome back to another Python programming lesson with my computer science teacher. So in this session I'm going to be teaching you how to make lists and how to use a loop with that list to be able to add items to it. But first I need to teach you about lists and what they are, right? So I'm going to create a shopping list. So I'm going to write the word shopping, and usually we'd write shopping equals, I don't know, something like an item like bananas, for example. But what I actually need to do is need to create a whole list, because shopping is only storing one item, and I want to store multiple items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this list that's got these square brackets. Again, these square brackets are indicating to Python that we're going to create a list. So inside that list, I'm going to create some quotation marks, put a comma, quotation marks, comma, quotation marks, comma, quotation marks, comma, and those essentially are going to be my items. So I'm going to add a packet of Snickers. Oh, we should probably put that inside the quotation marks. Snickers. I'm going to get some milk, because I need some milk for my house, for my tea and coffee. I also need a Sugar Rush, some Skittles, even though I've got some Snickers, but you know, whatever. And I'm also going to get some chicken. I'm going to buy some chicken because I want to make a nice little chicken curry. You know, I'm pretty good at chicken curries too, so why not? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I can actually print out that list. So I'm going to write print, open and close the brackets, the circle brackets, and I'm going to write shopping. And what that will do when I run it is it gives me the whole list of the items, of all the items having my shopping list. So when it eventually gets around to doing it, you'll see there's all my items. Yeah. But what you can also do is you can also pick out very particular items from that list if you wanted to. So I'm gonna use these square brackets right at the end of the word shopping, and these have all got an address, like an indexed value. Okay, so you can find an item based on their address. What that means is if I put in number 1 here, you're probably thinking Snickers is going to appear. So when I run that now, you'll see that on the right hand side it doesn't in fact actually say Snickers. It actually says milk, and that's because that's number 1, so that one must be 0. Now your index lists in Python always start at 0, okay? And when I run that program now, you'll see that it will say Snickers instead of milk, and there it is. I'm just going to clear that so that we can go back to the top whenever we want it. I'm actually just going to copy that line of code, paste it underneath, and this time I'm going to pull out Skittles. So what number do you think that's going to be? Correct, number 2. Okay, so it goes 0, 1, and 2, and that picks out Skittles, yeah? And then when I run that now, you'll see on the right hand side, it will say Snickers and Skittles. And there you go. So, and obviously you can just print out the rest of them because they've all got their own value. So number 1 would be milk, number 3 would be chicken, okay? And just to show you that, number 1 and number 3. Okay, so let's run that now. And while you're doing that, while that's loading, what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to create a whole list. You see, milk and chicken. I'm going to create the whole list, and I'm also going to say this is your shopping list. What else would you like to add? Okay, so I'm just going to add these extra ones in, so it will print out that list for me. I'm going to write a little print statement at the top. Print, open and close brackets. Here is your current list of items. Okay, so here's your current list of items. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to create a loop that allows me to keep adding items until I say stop. So I'm going to create a while loop. X is equal to 0, and while x is in fact equal to 0, so that I can use my loop, I'm going to get some input for an item, and I want this item to, I'm going to write input item equals input, open and close brackets, in the quotation marks I'm going to say enter an item or enter stop. So I can either enter an item or press stop. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to check if they've entered stop first. I want to check if they've wrote stop. So if the item is equal to the word stop, then I don't want to use this program anymore. So in order to exit this loop, I'm going to say x is equal to 3. Okay, and I'll print something like I'm going to print something like, no, I'm not actually, I'm just going to leave that clean. On the else part, and then I'm going to allow them to enter that item into the list, so I can add to that list, because I can add more to it if I wanted to, but I want to add it using this loop. So in order to do that, I want to take my shopping list and I will use .append. Okay, and what append will do, it will allow me to add the item to that list. And what do I want to append? The item, okay? Because obviously I'm going to input an item in here. I'm going to check if it's equal to stop, and if it is equal to stop, we'll exit the loop and we'll stop, yeah? But if it's not equal to stop, then I want to append that item to the list. And at the end of my program, I want to print that list, okay? So it will make sense when I print it now. So shopping. Here we go, I want to print that list. So let's see how it runs now. So I'm going to run that program. It's going to take its time for some reason. It's what it always seems to be doing today. It's going to say, here is your current list. Clear that history. Here is your current list of items. Snickers, milk, Skittles, chicken. And it says enter an item or press stop. So I want to enter an item. I want to add some bread, yeah? And then I want to add some eggs, okay? And then I want to add some rice for my chicken curry. Okay, and now I think I'm done now. That's all I need to, so I can go to the shop, yeah? And then I'll press stop now. And when I press enter, it says Snickers, milk, Skittles, chicken, bread, eggs and rice. And those are the additional items. Obviously it doesn't look very good at the moment, so you can actually start working with your program to make sure that it looks a bit better. So where it says stop, notice that there's no space here. That's really irritating to look at. So I can add a space here. And when I've got my shopping list here, I actually want to say I'm going to print open and close brackets. I'm going to add just like a little, I'm going to add the equal sign over and over again, so that it kind of like helps me break up the program a little bit. And then I'm also going to write print open and close brackets. Here is your updated list of items. Okay, now when I run that program now, it's just going to look a whole lot nicer to run. So obviously it takes its time. Standard. I'm going to clear this because that's the old one. Okay, and then it says here is your current list of items: Snickers, milk, Skittles, and chicken. So it says enter an item. I'm going to enter the item. I'm going to enter different items, so it's a bit different. Pizza, garlic bread. And chicken wings for my tandoori chicken wings. I've decided tandoori chicken wings. When I press enter, I want to now type in stop because I'm done now. So I press stop. Here is your updated items: Snickers, milk, Skittles, chicken, pizza, garlic bread, and chicken wings. And there you go. There you have. That's how you make a list of items, how you display them in a particular order, how you can use a loop to add items to that list, and then you can show me what that list looks like at the end. So it's all good. So please have a go at doing that. Make your own version. You can do anything about football players, or you know, it's completely up to you. There's literally endless lists of different things, best games, whatever. But have a little go at it, put your own spin on it, and just, you know, use that skill of lists, because it's a really important skill, and it's used in a lot of coding programs and solutions. So have a go, let me know how you get on. Make sure you like and subscribe, and also make sure you watch the next video, because I'm going to teach you some more really cool stuff about programming.